Hi scholars, Dr. Ratcliffe here. This video discusses what you should tell your camera person when they help you record your speeches. And so you're in a unique situation being in this class where you have to not only gather your own live audience, but you have to have that speech to that audience recorded and then uploaded to our course website. Your camera person should be someone who's helpful and willing to follow your instructions because it will affect your grade if your speech is not properly recorded. If you haven't yet done so, you definitely need to read over the recording requirements for this class. But be sure to communicate some specific things to your camera person. First, in order to show that you are speaking in front of a live audience, your camera person must pan the audience, show the audience, before you begin speaking. Please give them time to do this. If you don't feel comfortable having someone do that, then you take the camera and you show the audience, and then you hand the camera to one of your audience members. Once you start speaking, the camera should stay on you. It should not go back to the audience members. It should not do anything else but stay focused on you. And in the recording requirements, I request that the camera show you from head to toe. And so the camera person needs to be in with the rest of the audience, and so they are facing you. And you need to make sure your camera person understands that they need the whole body shot in order to properly, so I can see your nonverbal behavior during your speech. One thing that I've noticed that camera people tend to do with these speeches, they try to be helpful, but they don't need to do this. They have a tendency to zoom in on a student's PowerPoint. Oftentimes students will use just a laptop set beside them since they don't have a place to project their PowerPoint onto a bigger screen, and that's fine for this class. Normally, of course, you would want a visual aid that's big so everyone can see it, but in this online class, we do the best we can with what we have. A lot of times your camera person may be tempted to zoom in on your slides so I can see them. What they need to know is that you will also turn in your PowerPoints to me along with your speech videos when those speeches require PowerPoint as a visual. And so I can open your PowerPoint and see it. I have no need for them zooming in to see your slides on your video. So tell them to keep the camera focused on just you the entire time. And of course, if they want to also include you and your visual, that's good, that's acceptable, but I don't need them just zooming in on the visual. So keep you in the frame at all times. The other thing about audiences and camera persons might be to consider if I can't see the entire audience, then or if I don't see enough audience members, your speech will not be graded. And so make sure they understand the importance of showing everyone, including themselves. And it doesn't have to be a real long pause on each person, but enough where I can see them and make sure that there are actually the number of people that are required. And so your camera person should know how to do that. And then at the end of the speech, I also like to have the camera person pan the audience again just quickly so I can see that they're still there. So you're involving people to help you in your speeches, and so communicate to them the expectations. Whether it's your camera person keeping the camera focused on you, or if it's just your audience members, ask them to take it seriously. I know it's easy to get tickled and to laugh in front of your friends and family, but have your audience and your camera person be helpful to you in this process, and I'm sure that they will be. If you have any questions about recording requirements or anything else that I missed in terms of what you should tell your camera person, just let me know. Usually it goes just fine, but you do have to communicate those expectations. All right, that's all for now. Let me know if you have any questions.